talk to ChatGPT like a human. I do.
I honestly do too. If I'm using like ChatGPT, I'll always say please. I'm like, please summarize this. And I'm like, I guess I don't need to be so polite, but I feel like that if I'm like, just
No,
summarize this, you
literally.
know?
You guys are so much nicer than I am.
I'll be like, thanks. Now do this.
That's so funny. I'll be like, no, this is wrong. You need to do it this way.
I'm just like, if anything, like I need this to give me the best results. I know that this doesn't matter, but I'm like, maybe it'll give me better results if I'm polite and nice and use please and thank you and things like that.
Oh,
I'll just be like, let's try this again. Clearly you didn't understand the first time.
yes. And I mean, that kind of goes into what I wanted to chat with you guys about today, which is biases. We had a team called Generative, just to fill you in, that we were going in and we were trying to turn ourselves into animals. And so we were basically taking our headshots, or we were kind of typing in qualities about a person, and we were trying to use AI to gather kind of a little creature of some sort. And I noticed that when I was in there and I was trying to make this like abominable snowman with a backpack and all of the outdoor gear on it, it started turning really masculine. And I had this moment where I was like, wait, why is it doing this? This doesn't make sense. And so it kind of showed to me, you know, this gender bias. And as I kind of looked into this issue further and figuring out like, why is this the case? I came across a lot of articles. This is a really big topic in AI. There was a TED Talk that came out that basically warned us that these algorithms are mapping our human biases into these systems. And maybe you might not see it as much with ChatGPT because it's more of like a language. But what I wanted to explore today was if we can confirm some things about the biases in image AI. And so I love that you guys have a little bit of experience in ChatGPT, because we're going to kind of play around with prompts in Adobe Firefly. So I guess I'll go ahead and share my screen and we'll kind of get started. Okay, so what I did was I went in here and I looked at one of their prompts that they gave us, a human hat made of green and yellow, purple orchids, make it jungle. And let's see if we can add in an occupation and see if it skews more gender bias or racial bias. If I were to say a doctor made with orchids and see what happens. Oh, these are interesting. Okay, so as you can see, we have 4 different results here. What do you think about the results that they gave us? Do we feel like this is still slightly biased? I mean, I do see one woman here and what looks to be different people of color, right?
Yeah, I mean, even though Adobe seems like it's trying to move away from biases and have 4 male doctors here, I mean, they threw in 1 woman, but it's still biased since it's not even. I mean, why aren't there 2 women and 2 men, you know, or more women than men? It's still kind of playing off those old biases, it seems.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, I'm going to download this for later and I'll have you guys screen share and we'll do some generative fill with your guys's images.
All right, let me share my screen to see what Adobe's going to do to my face. Let's see. Okay.
Cute pic.
Thanks. Okay, what do I do?
We're going to try to have it fill your body with a doctor's uniform. And it doesn't have to be exact.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Okay, that's not bad.
Wait, it came in different colors. I'm not mad at this.
Yeah, the first one I think actually looks pretty good. It looks like you're carrying a Bible. All right, go ahead and hit cancel. I want you to do the same thing, but I want you to draw your entire body. So we'll see kind of what it provides.
What am I holding here?
A tree.
Flowers.
Okay, so this is interesting. One thing that I wanted to test was how it uses skin tones and skin colors, because we told it to forget the hand that was currently on this image, and it did replace it with a hand that kind of looks similar to your skin tone, maybe a little bit more pinker.
Yeah. It's not the worst. They didn't do too bad.
Yeah.
They didn't do too bad on any of the hands.
Now I want to test that with the hands on mine. I'm like, I colored around them and I want to see.
All right, Carlos, you're up. Let's turn you into are there any occupations you've always dreamed of becoming?
How about an astronaut?
I like that.
That's a fun one.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Okay, it took some pounds off me.
That is kind of interesting. I wonder if that wasn't actually something that I had expected, but I did kind of notice that a little bit when we were doing the doctor's uniforms too. It seems like it makes people
Like,
thinner.
yeah. Interesting.
Okay, let's do cancel and then let's do it again without your hands and see if it gives you a different body posture position.
Oh, this was not bad. My neck looks kind of long and lighter than the rest of me. Oh, he gave me white hands. Well, Generative AI gave me white hands.
Did you just gender bias AI? One campaign that I have to shout out is SoFi's campaign, the Women of Finance. Let me pull this up.
Yeah, cause girls is players too. Keep it playing, baby. Yeah, cause girls is players too.
Just a great example of real world on how we can utilize this for our clients and something to think on over the weekend.
Really, I mean, it's cool to see how they, I don't know, illustrated the fact that it's literally untrue. Like these biases are quite literally false. I mean, sometimes it's like, okay, like, is that just because the mass people think this or something like that? But I mean, they're showing actual stats that are like, women are less likely to be in debt and things like that, but still somehow it thinks the opposite. And I don't know, that's just really weird and interesting that it's built into the AI. And how do we unbuild it? How do we take that out?
Yeah, it's interesting because I wonder, this is getting a little technical, but, in engaging with these tools, does women and minority groups interacting with solutions like this help make it more inclusive, or is it more of a back end thing? Like, the people who are developing generative AI, who are behind like Adobe's products, are they the ones who should be, just, I don't know.
No, that's a really good call. I think that is the main takeaway that I had, is that we have to make sure that the people that are creating these tools are just as diverse as the people using these tools, to make sure that it is inclusive and that we remove these biases, because AI is not going to unlearn the biases until we do.
Right.
Exactly.
Guys, I really appreciate sitting in on this conversation and playing around with this.
Cool.
Let me know if you guys have any other questions, but thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Of course, anytime. Thank you. Yeah. Also, I'm sorry that it got so dark. The coffee shop that I'm in, like the sun is going down, so the lights are it's like getting so dark in here.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for staying late, Carlos. I really appreciate it.
Cool.
Enjoy the rest of your week, guys. Talk later.
Bye.